You're listening to Business Over Wine.
Hi, and welcome back to Business Over Wine with Clair Roybal and Paulina Gwaltney.
Hi guys, today we are drinking Cupcake Vineyards Merlot from 2014, red.
Yes.
Let's try
with
it.
With a hint of cork. We will
Yes.
tell you the story on that in
Cheers.
just a minute.
I do have a cork in my.
I told you there's cork in there.
So we get here to my studio, and we discover we don't have a wine opener. So I tried to push it in, but I'm not strong enough, and I was afraid it will explode on me.
Well, you were using a spoon, the back of a spoon.
Yeah,
but we figured it out, and we got the wine open.
Yes. So
Yes.
cheers to that.
Yes.
Delicious red.
Merlot.
Merlot. It's smooth.
It is smooth.
Very nice. It doesn't have that bitter aftertaste.
Right.
So from
Or that real tart.
yeah, unexperienced wine drinkers, we give thumbs up.
Yes. There you go, Cupcake. Yes.
So what are we talking today?
So today we are going to talk about judgment. We touched a little bit on this the last time. I'm not sure if we talked a lot about this. But we're also going to be talking about whether or not you should go full time.
Yeah. It's a
If
big
it's the right
step.
time.
It's a big step.
It is. It is a big step.
Back in the time, it took you like 10 years to master something. Nowadays, people go into business and a year later they're millionaires.
With social media and being able to get your product to people faster,
yeah.
I mean, you can blow up overnight. And you do see, especially with YouTube, you see these online celebrities who become celebrities, through YouTube or through, Instagram or
exactly.
those kinds of things because they have so many followers.
Yeah, we are hoping that you guys will follow us.
Yes.
Yes.
So let's talk about judgment.
Oh my goodness. I believe that people judge from their own perspective. It's the easiest. We feel safe when we put someone in a box.
Right. Right.
I think it's an instinct. Judging and stereotyping people make our life easier and we feel safer.
It makes us comfortable.
Yes.
It makes us more comfortable. So, I have been told, because I am a mother of 4 and because I own a business, that my goals are too high, that I am reaching for way too much, and I've had mothers tell me, oh honey, no, you have too many plates in the air. You have too much.
Relax.
You have too much going on. And so
I was asked what I do
all day,
like all day.
Yeah, what do you
literally do? I was asked if I just sit around.
Somebody came and told her, what do you do all day? Do you just like sit on the couch?
I do. I work on average 80 hours a week.
On your business.
Again, you cannot please people. Like no matter what we'll do,
No.
people will be judging me that I get up at 5:30. That it's way too much. And if I wouldn't, people would say, "Well, you are lazy."
Right.
There's no happy medium. There's no happy medium. There's people who always judge you because they have agenda.
Yeah.
There's something in their life they're unhappy. So the first thing I learned in client, like person-to-person service, is that I need to remember that people will project
Absolutely.
on you, and they will try to make you feel bad for them.
Right. Well, and so like in my case, and for example, because I own a business, and it does take me away from my children, 90% of my work I can do from home. Mm-hmm. Although when you have children, you don't really get I can sit there and ignore them as much as possible, but maybe get an hour of work in.
Yeah.
So I do have an office, and I remove myself and go there. But I do get that judgment from people that's like, well, you have the option to stay home with your children. Why would you not want that? Like, you are so lucky that you don't have to have a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
That you're, So I do get that judgment a lot as a mother, that I'm neglecting my children to make my business more successful.
Yeah.
And so I try to combat that by telling everybody, yeah, but I'm also trying to teach my children that if there's something out there that you want, like a goal that you set your mind on, that you know you want, you know, nothing but hard work is going to get you there. Nobody's going to hand you, you know, a successful business. I mean, maybe they will, but you know,
that's that's 1%.
Not common is it to be like, here's a $1 million corporation, you know, for you right here, and you just have to take it over. You know, that doesn't happen. We all have to kind of work hard.
Yeah.
And you know, you see these Olympians, you know, they don't just walk out there in the Olympics and, you know, do the 100-yard dash and say, okay, I didn't practice at all.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm trying to teach my children that you have to work hard. And so, and all my clients know, you know, family comes first. Yeah. And so they all know that, and that's very important to me. So you found
that balance between you being you,
right?
Your work and your kids, and it's just very customized just to you,
right?
And how?
But it works with my business. I'm not saying it would work for everybody's business.
Yeah.
But I'm able to do a lot of my work on off hours.
Yeah. You should not allow other people to put you in a box.
Right.
Everyone is different. Some people are anxious, some people are laid back, some people want 20 hours of work, you know, part-time job, some people don't. It's really depends, and I think you should never be held back by judgment of other people.
Absolutely.
Because they don't know you. And if they are judging you, that means they're not good friends, or good family.
And as business owners, I think you get more no's at the very beginning than you do yeses. So it can be very discouraging. It can be when you're starting out. So when I started my business, I had 2 children. My older 2 are 12 months, 8 days apart in age. And I knew I wanted to stay home to have more. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. And then I changed my mind again and said, no, I'm going to go into business for myself. All of my working mothers were like, what is wrong with you? Stay home, do nothing with your kids.
And I think it's running the business is it's personality. Not everyone is made to run the business.
No. And if you're not compassionate or not passionate about your business, if it's not like my business is my 5th child.
Yeah.
If it doesn't feel like that, it's probably not going to be.
If you are only chasing the money, you better to get high-paid job.
Right.
Because when you have a business, you do everything, and
you have to be passionate about it.
Yes. As a photographer, I witness it a lot. There's the photography is one of the easiest businesses to get in right now.
Oh yeah, anybody with a camera is like, I'm a photographer.
Yes. You just need a camera, and it's not about equipment. It's never about the equipment. It's about the talent you have and ability to run the business. In photography, it's 20% art and 80% of actually running the business. So if you're getting a photography that, you took a couple photos and mom and dad liked your photos on Facebook, this is not enough. You will be judged. You will be always judged. No matter what you do, you'll be always, that's that one person. And maybe you won't be the first month, maybe you won't be a first year, maybe it will be right away. You never know. It will hit you like tons of bricks. It will make you sad, it will make you disappointed.
Right.
And if you are not in love with what you do, you will quit.
Absolutely.
If you are starting or you are in business and you're questioning because people are telling you that you are not a good person, a wife or mother, just flip them the bird. It's not their life, it's your life. You need to make the decision.
Yeah. And I think every person that is passionate about something, whether it be a business or a product, or you have this idea for something, you don't know until you try.
So you decided that you want to be in business, okay?
Right. So let's jump.
You decided that you decided you have a concept, you have a product or service,
and now you're in business.
Yeah, you registered a courthouse or whatever, or
county.
You have
county. You've got this county stamp of approval.
You have email account. Oh my god. Oh my. You have a website.
You have a website.
You made your own website. Spend 40 hours on that little template.
Yeah.
And you are in business.
Right.
You have business cards, and you have business cards. That's a big thing. Business cards. When you have business cards, you're like, I have a business card.
Oh really?
I have a whole drawer of business cards. I've never used them.
I was gonna say I don't think I ever use my business cards.
I'm like, this is
when somebody asks me for one, I'm like,
I don't know.
Are
you on Facebook?
I might have one.
Are you on Facebook? I'll friend you on Facebook. I send you my.
I'll friend you.
85%.
Well, look you up on Facebook.
You will grab the phone and look them up.
Right.
And like their page or ask them to send you a text. It's digital.
It's totally digital. I had a little QR code for a while on my website, and you could go scan it, and it would send you my contact information. Hey! But then QR codes died, and I'm like, well, darn.
Yeah. So there's a lot of, especially for women. A woman go part-time.
Right. When we start businesses as women, and mothers specifically, I think people are like, oh, that's a cute hobby. And I think people think just because you have, like, you decided to go into business, but you're not totally serious because you're a female.
Yeah. Like a lot of cases, and it was a case with me. I was a second income. My husband was bringing the pineapples, whatever, home.
Bacon.
He's the money maker, but
I'm gonna say that from now on.
Yeah, this is
the pineapples. Bring home the pineapples.
So
sorry. Off topic.
It's okay. States. I moved to States 12 years ago, barely knowing English. Got to the point that I had a real estate career, and
you were doing really successful. I mean, you were making a lot of money.
Yeah, and it took me a while to switch, and I still didn't switch full time. Right. I switched part-time. So I got a part-time job with a flexible schedule. It took me a while to find it. Those jobs that don't come just like that. It took me, by the time I quit my day job, I had the part-time job lined up. Right. The way I am, I'm like, I need to have everything in a row before I make that decision. This is how I am.
That's sweet. I'm a dive off the edge. Let's hope there's not rocks down there.
Yeah.
kind of person. I was 2 weeks into my stay-at-home mom, and I called my husband at work, and I'm like, I have this great idea. I'm going to start a business. And when he got home, our back window of our house, our sliding glass door, was covered in like my brain cloud of business. I'm like, marketing, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. And he looked at it, and he was like,
we have 2 kids.
I support you 100%. I love you, but whoa, like, you need to back it up a little bit and start small. So I did, and I backed it off and started slow. And now I get it. Like, I get his perspective. He was really scared.
Yeah.
But I did have to like slowly gain momentum.
Yeah.
And build trust, because people, let's face it, I mean, people need to trust you in order to want to do business with you.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's when the decision on going full time is a very, very hard decision. Don't let people tell you that it's not.
It is.
It's a mental decision. It's very, very difficult, especially if you have kids.
Yeah.
Because people make you feel guilty that you're abandoning your children. You're not abandoning your children. They're fine.
Right.
They will have, if you are a happy person, they will have happy mother.
For me, it was very different. So this year was my 4th year in business, and I was telling Paulina, I hit like a plateau in my business. And when you are in business, you absolutely know what I'm talking about. Like you have your steady flow of clients, nothing new is coming in, nothing big is happening. You know you're gonna make what you're gonna make at the end of the month. You're like, you know what, I'm good for this much a month. You know, you're not worried. Yeah. You're not scared. I hit that point in my business, and I'm like, okay, because I do marketing, I do tend to like kind of just hone in on trends, and I see this where like plateaus happen, and then there's one of two things that can happen. Either you get really comfortable to the point where it just starts doing this, and then before you know it, your business is gone.
Yeah.
And it fails because you didn't do anything to bump it up. Or you do the most terrifying thing in business, which is dedicating more time to your business, doing something new and pushing through, which is all of a sudden you're on that steep hill climb again, right? So now it gets hard again. Now it gets scary again, you know, because you're starting new things and you're doing new things, and it's like, oh my God, what if this doesn't work? What if it fails? You know, but once you push past it, and if you keep that positive attitude and tell yourself, I'm gonna succeed. come hell or high water.
It's easy to say to keep positive attitude. Like I had those moments when I was banging my head on my desk. I'm like, what the hell I'm doing? I'm like this is people. As a boutique photographer, people, my goal is being in $3,000 range. I'm like, I will never get it in a small town. I'm halfway there, and this is my 6th or 7th month in this town. So your goals are as reachable as your determination,
right?
And growth of your business, going from part-time to full-time, is as reachable as you being able to take the resistance and critique, and because bigger you get, more difficult it will get. Well, people will say things, you have to remember when you are in that transition period, people will say things to help you,
right?
Or they will say things from their perspective. So you can expect people saying, are you ready? Well, maybe you should wait a little bit. So they will basically put more questions on the table.
They will, and they will make you, doubt yourself. But if it is something that you just in your heart cannot live without, don't let anybody tell you different.
Yeah.
I think you need to give it some time.
Well, there is actually a rule of 10,000 hours. You're not a master of a skill until you do 10,000 hours. So I think this is a very good recipe for being part-time.
Right.
Do your 10,000 hours. Don't give your stuff away for free.
No.
There's nothing for free in life. This is the first rule. When you are in place that you are not sure about your skill, charge less, do your 10,000 hours, and then get to the point where you can sit down and reevaluate where you're at.
Right.
You will never, I don't think so anyone is ready to go full-time ever.
No, but my goal at the very beginning was to double my income every single, not income, but rather what my
price chart.
Yeah, so what I made for the year before expenses and everything. So at the first year it was $2,000, and I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, okay, that's year one. I want to make $4,000 the next year. I want to make $8,000. So it was a small enough climb that I was comfortable with it. And then I had children, so I wanted to make sure that I wasn't biting off more than I could chew.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, that makes me comfortable.
Yeah.
And for me, full-time will never be something that actually happens for me. Not until my kids are self-sufficient, self-sustaining, which I'm learning is first grade, because my first grader can make a bowl of cereal now.
Wow.
Ooh. That's a big step in our house.
Yeah.
But until they're there,
right?
I will never be full-time. I can't be full-time right now.
Well, how many hours a week do you put in?
Even with, I guess technically I'm probably full-time.
Yeah.
I probably dedicate a good 20 to 30 hours. Yeah. I try to keep it under the 30-hour mark on purpose, because I know that if I hit that 30 to 40, my life starts to get a little bit chaotic.
Yeah.
I start to get overwhelmed. My house I start seeing a trend. A trend of messiness and chaotic in your house.
So basically the switch or even decision of going even part-time into the business is very mental thing. There's no one who can answer that for you. I asked my husband, when I look back right now, I was asking him permission to go into business.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I was talking with him what I need to do. This is the right thing? Can I make money in photography? I was going in circles. I was like a dog chasing its own tail, because I was scared to make a decision. It was a fear.
It's a huge jump. It's a huge spirit. I went into business the easy way, where I brought in a few clients, but I didn't change anything about my life. I didn't buy any equipment. I already had everything I wanted.
Yeah.
It wasn't, but when I decided to have my own office space, that's when I started, what do you think, honey? Is this the right decision? I don't know. And he was like, you know what? You got this.
Yeah. And my portfolio was built on 2 styrofoam board, 10 feet by 10 feet. That's about it.
That's all you needed.
You can create beautiful portraits. So when opportunity came in of sub-renting a studio for $300 a month, $375, it was, for me, it was like, I can do it.
I can afford it.
I can do it. And the as soon as you have utility or bill connected to your business, it will freaking motivate you.
Oh,
you need to pay that bill.
You need to pay rent.
If you don't feel like you need to pay that bill, you should not be in business. Period. Like, that means that you're not motivated, you don't want to do that.
Yeah. I mean, like, every month I'm like, oh my God, I have to pay rent.
Money?
How am I going to, And now, I have my steady flow of clients. That doesn't freak me out anymore. But I still worry because you never know when a client's, at least in my business, is going to be like, I don't need you anymore, thanks. But you do have to hustle. I mean, yes, every single month.
You cannot take, if you think that if you're a mom or you are mom of the weimaraner, that we don't have to hustle, we do. Yeah. I have to say that as a not mother, I have way more time to devote to my business. Right. Way more. And but I will get lazy easier.
Oh.
Because I have that free time and I know I can put 40 hours just like that. When you don't have kids, you have to have very high discipline. Because if you don't, you will, fuck with your time. Yeah. Like, there's
I would nap all day long. Like a 20-hour week for me, it doesn't feel like a 20-hour week.
Yeah.
Because it's 15 minutes here.
Increments here and there.
Yeah, and then half an hour in the car. And, so I do business where I can. When I'm sitting outside of the elementary school, waiting for my kids to get out of school, yeah. I'm making those cold calls or making those calls. I'm updating Facebook from my phone, whatever it is I need to do that I know I can do, and I prioritize.
I think on that note we can finish.
Yes. Yeah, but don't let anybody tell you different. And then, like we talked about, full time only comes when you're ready for it. You know, she's able to do way more than full time right now, and for me, that's probably not going to be a possibility till my 11-month-old is in kindergarten. And that's fine with me. I'm totally cool with that.
It's, if you can afford it, take your time and build your skills.
Yes, so on that note, we thank you for watching. We hope you subscribe. Click the little subscribe button on the link below. I don't know which side it's going to be on because this is an iPad, so it may flip things.
Yes. Cheers.
Yes. So we hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.